Hello everyone, welcome to iLearning Digital class. My name is Steven. I want to use this medium to appreciate those that already subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am so grateful for taking your time to subscribe to my channel, to also like my video tutorials, and even as we're taking your time to share my videos to your loved ones. I am so grateful. So please, if you are watching this video now and you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, and don't forget as well to hit on the notification button so that anytime I upload I upload video like this, you'll be the first person to get the notification. Okay, few days ago we started a project called Hospital Management System with Nodejs, Expressjs, EJS, that is JavaScript template engine, and MySQL as the database. So this will be my third video relating to this project. So please, if you have not yet seen the previous video, my first video on this project shows the project overview, what this project is all about and how it works. So in my last video, I tried to explain to us how we can get our project to be running on our local host. So we set up every necessary things we need for this project. We download the Nodejs and the like. So if you've not yet seen that video, kindly go and watch the video. I'm going to drop the link to those two videos in the description below. So kindly go and watch the video. So without any further ado, we are going to proceed today. So what we want to do today, we want to start creating some of our APIs that are going to need to call at the front end to display some of our data to the users. So today what we want to do is that we want to start with this sign up. We want to create the sign up functions, the sign up APIs. So that is what we want to do. So if you remember in my last video, we are trying to connect to the database and we are not getting any response in our console here. We should get connected to database. Let me show you where the response should be coming from. The response should be coming from here. You are connected to database, but we are not getting that response. Do you know why? It's because we need to come down here. We need to come here and say variable db is equals to require. It's equals to require. And there is one thing I also did. I have changed this. In my last video, this folder is called db_controller, but I have changed it to models. So can do that as well. You can change this to models so that you will not be able to get any error. So don't forget that I've changed this to model. So it's no longer db controller. So now we need to call this db controller inside our app.js. So and how we're going to do that? So we're gonna say that. Then we have to target where the app where the db controller is. We're gonna say models slash db underscore controller. Beautiful. So that's all we need to do to connect to our database. So let me save now. We should be able to get that message here connected to our database. So let's wait for it. And don't forget, you see, you are connected to database. Don't forget that you must get your SAMP running. You see, my SAMP, you must your Apache you must be running, and your MySQL must be running so that you will not get error. You see now, getting that response there, you are connected to database. That is, we are already connected to our database. We are not getting this this response in my last video, so we've solved that already. So now let's just come down here. We need to create the router now that we're going to use for our sign up. Should be app.use. So what do we want to use? We want to use sign up. I'm gonna say sign up here. We're gonna say sign up. So let's put this / here. So sign up. We're gonna say sign up. We've not yet create. We need to go and create this function now. So we'll soon do that very soon. So now let's come up here and import this sign up now. So let's just come up here. Let's say variable sign up. Variable sign up is equals to require. It's equals to require. Then we look outside the folder to controllers. So we've not yet created this controllers folder. We'll soon do that now. So then we have sign up. Sign up will be the name of the functions. Are you getting it now? So now let's really go and create these controllers now. So let's come here and create a new folder. So let's call the folder controllers. All right. So inside these controllers, we need to create a new file. We call that file sign up. Okay, we call it sign up.js. All right. So Having done that, so now the next thing we have to do now is that we have to come inside this controller and save some of our data into our database. So we have to come to this controller and save every information we are getting from this sign up. This is where we are going to be receiving some of these information that you are going to be using your username, password, email address, and we want the user to also verify. So we'll be doing that inside our signup.js. So let's go down inside the DB controller now. So we have some codes to write. So down inside this DB controller, what we want to do now first is we're going to say module now. We're going to say module.exports. All right, module.exports, module.exports. Then we have .signup. Okay, .signup is equals to function. All right, it's equals to function. Then what we have to pass some parameter here. We're gonna pass username because we need username. We pass email as well. We pass password here as well. We need to pass then status that will determine if the user is verified or not. Then let's have callback here. All right, okay, so now then the next thing we want to do, that I'm gonna say con.query now, con.query, con.query. Then we have this select. We want to save inside our database now. Okay, we need to put this here saying select. All right, now we select email. Okay, what I want to do now is that I want to give a condition here. And what's the condition I want to give is that I want to make sure that if paraventure an email address exists in our database, the user should not be able to use that same email address. So that's what I want to do here now. So we're going to say select email from, all right, select email from users. Don't forget that is the name of the table in our database. Then we're going to say where, okay, where email is equals to then we have this here. All right, where email is equals to let's have this plus sign email, okay, email. All right, so let's close that out here. Okay, so let me see why okay, better still, instead of us using this, we can just come here and do something like this and pass the $sign here and put email here. Okay, so having done that, so the next thing we have to do now is that then we have to pass a function here. Why am I getting this error here? Okay, that is because I didn't close this this colon that I opened here the other time. So we have to pass a function here now. We're gonna say function. We're going to say function. Then if there is an error, we pass an error here. Then we want to say that results now. We pass results here as well. Then what is the next thing we have to do? So we have to come down here and give a condition saying if results, all right, if results, then we have a 0 is equals to undefined. Now it's equals to undefined. You'll soon get what I'm trying to do. It's equals to undefined. Then we want to save into our database. That is, if the email address, this email address is equals to undefined. That is, if it does not exist in our database, then we want to save that email address into our database. Then we're gonna say it's equals to insert. It's got to insert into, all right, insert into, then we have insert into variable, sorry, okay, variable query. Now we should have variable query. Okay, variable query is equals to insert now. So what do we want to insert into our database? We want to insert into users, all right, into users. Then we want to insert username. All right, we need to insert username. Then which other thing again? We need to insert email. Okay, we want to insert email. Then what else again do we want to insert? Then we want to insert our password. All right, we want to insert our password. Then which other thing again? The email status, if the email is verified or not. Email underscore status. email underscore status. All right, so then we're gonna come here and say that we're going to say value now. Let's come out here and save values. Now, what is the values we want to pass inside our database? So here is where the value is coming from. Here is what the value is coming from. So we're gonna come here and give inside this. Okay, let me give a space here so that we're able to see what I'm doing very well. So we have to pass username here. We need to pass username. All right. So which other thing again we need to pass? We need to give. Okay. We need to pass username. Having done that, okay. Instead of us doing this, so that we will not miss. So that we will not miss the column. So let's just come here and pass the values we needed to pass. So let's come here and say username. All right. Sorry for that. We're gonna say username. Then we'll come out here. Then we have another $sign here. Then we pass password. Okay. Let's pass email. Then we need to pass the password as well. All right. So let's pass the password. Okay. Come on here. We need to pass the password. Okay. So let's pass the password. Then which other thing again we need to pass? Then we need to pass the status. Okay, we need to pass the status. All right. Okay, so these are the values. Now these are the values. We'll be getting these values from our sign up. That is where we'll be getting the value from. Don't worry. So just keep following me. That is where we'll be getting this value. So this username will be saved inside the username column that we'll create in our database. Email will save inside email. Password will save inside password. So the next thing we want to now do is that, okay, let's console. Let's come down here. Okay, let's come here and console query. Console.log query. We need to console query. All right. So then we have to come here and say s now. S. Let's leave this s empty for now. Okay, let's just say console.log error. All right. So console, that is if paraventure the user already exists, we want to console error. But if the user does not exist, then we want to save that user inside our database. So that is what all I'm trying to do here. So that's all I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make sure that everything is working fine. If the username is if the email already exists in our database, then it's not going to save. I get it now, but if it does not exist, then it's going to save in our database. So now the next thing we will now want to do again is that we need to create the module for verify. Now we're gonna say module exports. All right, exports verify. Verify is equals to verify is equals to function. All right, it's equals to function. Then we need to pass username. We need to pass username, email, and then we need to pass token. That is what we're going to use to verify. Then let's have our callback here. All right, so we have callback here. So then we're gonna say variable now, query now. Variable query is equals to inserts. Okay, let's add this. We're gonna say inserts. Insert into verify, because verify is a table in our database. Insert into verify. All right. Okay, let's put this here. Verify. All right. So we want to insert into verify. Oh, so what do you want to insert to our verify now? We want to insert. We need to insert username. All right. We need to insert username. I'm gonna say username. We need to insert we need to insert email as well. Then we need to insert the token. All right. We need to insert the token. Then which other thing again? Okay, that's all. Then what is the values now? Now the values. Okay, the values that we want to pass inside this is that is we need to pass username. All right, just the same way we did the other time. Okay, let's come here and pass. Let's pass username. We need to pass username, so we need to pass email as well. So we need to pass email. Okay, we need to pass email. Then we need to pass the token. We need to save the token as well. So we have token here, so we need to save this token inside our database. So having done that, so the next thing we need to do now is that we're going to have we're gonna say, let's come here and say that con.query now, con.query now, that will be then we pass query here, and call back. All right, so the next thing we are going to do now again is that we need to get the user ID. So we need to be able to get the user ID. So we've done created a module for verify, created a module for sign up. So the next thing we need to do is to get the user ID. So to make our work faster, let me just do something. Let me just copy this here. Let me just copy this and paste. All right. So I don't need all of these here. Let me clear it off. All right. I don't need all of this here. I don't need to pass. The only thing I need to pass here is the I think it's the email address. Okay. The only thing I need to pass here is the email address. So let me clear this out. Let me see. Okay, I need callback as well. Okay. Let me remove username. I don't need username. All right. So I don't need username. So what I want to do now is that I'm going to say that variable query is equals to we're gonna say select now. I'm gonna say select. Then we have this asterisk symbol here. Then I'm gonna say from verify. All right, from verify where email. All right, is equals to where email is equals to email. So we are getting this where email is equals to email. All right, so that's all we need to do then. Okay, we have this con.query callback. All right, so that's all we need to do here. So let me save. So the next thing we now have to do now is that we need to let me come back here and save as well. So we need to come inside this our sign up and write some functions inside our sign up. So that's the next thing we need to do now. That's the next thing we need to do now. So how are we going to get started with that? So to get started with this, we have to come up here and say variable express. All right, variable express. Say variable express is equals to require. Okay, I'm gonna say require. So what do we want to require here? We need to require express. I've done this several times in my last video. So we need to get the router as well. Router is equals to require. Okay, equals to require. Okay, so we need to get express router now. We need to say, okay, it's not require. We're gonna say express. All right, express dot router. Okay, express dot router. Okay, so the next thing again we need to do here is that we need the body passer. We say variable body passer is equals to require. It's equals to require. Then we need the body passer. All right, we need the body passer. So the next thing again we need is we need to say variable db now. Variable db is equals to require dot main dot require. All right, dot require. So what do we want to require? We need to get the modem we just created now the other time inside our db controller. So we're gonna say models. That is the folder where it is. Then we're gonna have our db controller here. db controller. Okay, so then we need my SQL. I'm gonna say my SQL is equals to require. I'm gonna say require my SQL. Also require my SQL. All right. So what else again? We need variable node mailer now. This is what we're going to that's going to help us to send the verification message to to our user email address. So we need node mailer. All right, node mailer. Okay, what else do we need again? We need to generate a random token. I'm gonna say random token. All right, let's change this to camel case. Okay, it's equals to require now. I'm gonna say require. Then what do we need here? We need to get the random token. All right. So then what's the last thing we need again? So we need to validation. See constant check, then validation results, validation results. Okay, validation results is equals to require. It's equals to require express validator. I'm gonna say express validator. Okay, express validator. Okay, all right. So having done that, so the next thing we now have to do is that okay, let me come down here and say router now. Router.use body passer. Router.use body passer. .url encoded. Then we extended to true. All right. Okay, so what is the next thing again? Then we come here, we say router. Okay, router dot use body passer dot json. Okay, so dot json means this J here, so dot json. So having done that now, the next thing we now have to do is that we need to create a router now. So we're gonna say router now. I'm gonna say router.post. Don't forget we are posting message. So if you want to post, if you want to send message to your database, you use post. So but if you want to get, if you want to retrieve data from your database, you use get. So what we want to do here now is that we want to post into our database. So that's why we are using post here. So now let's continue now. So we're gonna say post. Then we have this / here. So we want to validate. So let's come here and say check. Check. All right. I'm gonna say check username. I'm gonna check username. So dots. I'm gonna say dots. Dots not empty. Dots not empty. All right. Dot not empty. Then the next thing again we need to do is that with message. All right. With message. That is, if the username is empty, we want to pass a message saying username is required. Username is required. All right. So we need to do the same thing again for password as well. So instead of me typing all the time, so let me just come here, copy this guy here. So let me just bring this down. Okay. Let me paste this. So we just change this to password. Let's change this to as well to password. Okay, so we change that to password. So the next thing we have to do now again is that we need to do that for email address as well. Okay, so let me paste this here. So we have email address. We have email. So email is required. Okay. So what we're trying to do is to validate. So then the next thing we have to do now is that having done that, okay, I want to check if everything is fine. If everything is fine, we have our post here. Okay, so we have our post here. Then we have to come here and have a function. Okay, we're gonna say function. So what is the function we want? We want to pass a request here and response. All right. Then we have this here. Okay, then this is where we are going to write every of our code now. So we're gonna say constant errors Okay, constant errors. Constant error is equals to validate. Okay, validation results. Validation results. Then we pass request here. Validation results. Then we pass request here. Then we're gonna say if there is error now. I mean, if there is no error, rather, if there is no error, dot is empty. That is, if it's not empty, dot is empty. Then we want to run this following codes here. So we're gonna say that return. All right, we're gonna say return response dot status. Okay, dot status. We're gonna say 442 dot JSON. Okay, dot JSON. Then we're gonna say we need to pass that error here. We're gonna say errors. Then we're gonna say errors dot array. Okay, so that's all we need to do here. So having done that, so then we have to come down here and say that variable email status is equals to we have not verified. Okay, that's what will be there, not verified. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to set the email status that is by default should be not verified, but if the user verified later on, is going to change to verified. So I'm setting this email status to not verified. So now, okay, let's proceed. Then we have to come here and say variable email. All right, so that will be equals to request.body email. All right, so we need to get the username as well. I'm gonna say variable username is equals to request.body username. Okay, request.body.username. So then we have to now pass all this email, the username we are getting as well. So we need to pass it inside our database. So that's what we need to do now. So let me just come down here and say db.signup. I think you know where this signup is coming from. This signup is coming. Don't forget, we've set db to require.main.require models/db controller. So signup is coming from here. We've export signup. Do you see now? So the signup is coming from here. So what we are trying to do is that we are trying to pass this email status, email address, username and password. We are sending it inside this database here. Do you see that now? We are sending it inside our database here. So that's what we're just trying to do here. So now I'm gonna say db.signup. All right, db.signup should be require.body. Username. All right, username. Then we need to require .body.email. All right, then we have require .body. Okay, I've gotten username. Then that should be password. Okay, that's password. Then we need email status. Okay, email status as well. All right, so then we need to get the token now. I'm gonna say variable token is equals to the random token to be 8 random token. We are setting it to 8 characters. Okay, 8 characters here. All right, so then we need to come down and say db.verify. Don't forget, I think you know where verify is coming from as well. So we're gonna say require.body. We are passing it into verify. Username. Then we need to get email. Okay, then we say email. Then we have token, passing token as well. All right. Okay, so then the next thing we now have to do is that we need to get the user ID now. So we're gonna say that db.get user get user ID. This must be the same, if not we'll have error. Let me check my DB controller. If okay, you see, no wonder. So this place should be get user ID. I've dictated that since I'm not getting the suggestion. Okay, you see now, get user ID, not verify. Change that. So for us to avoid not having errors, so get user ID. So then we're gonna say email here. I'm gonna pass email because we want to send a message to the user's email address. I'm gonna say function. Then we have error here. Then we have results here as well. Then let's pass this here. Then we want to say variable ID. Variable ID is equals to results. Okay, equals to results. Then we have this array.id. Yeah, okay. So then we now need to send a message now. So what is the message we want to send? Let's come here and say variable outputs. Variable outputs is equals to, that is the message we now want to send. This is the message we want to send. We're gonna say that we have paragraph P. So let me close the P tag here. Then we're gonna say that the username, we need to pass the username here. So we say the username. Okay, so let's pass username here. I'm gonna say user name. All right, so username. So then the next thing we now have to do is, again, we need to come out of this place, and we're gonna say we have another P tag here as well. We have another P tag here as well. Okay, so let's close it. All right, so what is the message again we know what to send? So we need to say thanks for sign up, anyone, thanks for signing up. Okay, so say your verification ID and token is given below, and token is given below. So this is the message you want to send to the user email address. So then having done that, so let's just come here. Okay, given below. So we now need to come down and make a list. So let's say on order list. All right, okay, so inside this list, that's where we're going to have let's come down here and say that okay, so let's say list now. List should be user ID. So we want to pass the user ID. So what's the user ID? The user ID should be okay, user ID should be ID. All right, so okay, we need to close this list we opened. All right, so the next thing again we need to pass again, let's have another list here. So we need to pass the token, send the token as well. Okay, token. Okay, so we're gonna have this, then we pass token here. All right, so then we're gonna say that, then let's just come down here. Let me just copy this guy here. Okay, let me paste and let me bring this down very well so that you'll be able to see. So let me change this, then I just want to send the send this message along with it saying verify link. Okay, we need to send this saying verify link. All right, verify link should be, we're gonna have a tag here. I'm gonna say, then we'll pass I'm gonna say okay, so we pass this to the HTTP, then that will be passing into local hosts because we are still on local hosts. Local host 3000. All right, local host 3000. Then we'll have verify. Okay, so we'll soon create the router for this verify. So don't worry about that. So, but let's assume you've hosted this your maybe you've hosted this your project. So don't you need to change this verify to the to the URL address that you have. So you are not, since you are not running on localhost, so you need to change it. So, but since you are not, we are still running on localhost, so we are going to stick to localhost 3000, then / verify. So this router will soon create it very soon. So now let's close our anchor tag here as well. So we need to close it. So we're gonna say verify. This is where the link is. Then verify. So the next thing we now have to do is that okay, let's send this message along with it as well. Let's send this message. Okay, I need to remove this another list here. It should be closed at the top here. Okay, so then the last message we now want to send again is that let's just come here and tell them not to reply this message. Okay, so let me put bold. Let me bold it. Okay, bold. These are just HTML elements. So this is automatically. This is automatically. This is automatically generated mail. Generated mail. All right. Okay. So this is automatically generated mail. So now, having sent the message, so the next thing we now have to do is that we need to now use node mailer now to send this message. So how we're going to do that? We're going to say variable transporter. So to know more about node mailer, I'll just advise you to go and read your documentation. It's very, very clear. Just type node mailer to Google, node mailer documentation. So just go and read their documentation, so you'll be able to better understand what I'm trying to do here. So node mailer dot create transports dot create node mailer dot create transports. All right, node mailer dot create transports. Okay, so then what is the host? We now have the host to because we want to use we're going to use Gmail. Are you getting it now as the host? So we're going to say smtp.gmail.com. All right. So what is the port? We need to have the port here as well. Okay, so the port is 465. All right. So then we need to set the secure to true. Set the secure to true. Okay. So then the authentication, I'm gonna say auth here. So I'm going to be using my email address here. So let me come here and put user. Okay, let me say user now. So I'll just advise you use your own email address here as well. So we're gonna say user. All right. So we're gonna say Kings. That's the name of my email, Kingsman Technology. Okay, Kingsman at gmail.com. So before you can use your Gmail here, you have to go into you have to go and set your security session. So inside your security session in your Gmail account, you are going to switch off the security. Are you getting it now? So if you don't switch off that security, Gmail, Google will not allow you to use that your specific that's your Gmail address. So just go to Gmail, go to your manage accounts. So under security, then you turn your security off. Are you getting it now? So it will allow any third party to use your email address to send message. So I will advise you, once you've done that, once you'll be able to test run it, just go and switch it off. So here is my own email address. So you need the password as well. You need the password as well. So don't use my own email address, because I'll go and switch off my own because currently now it's switched off, the security is switched off. So don't use my own. So the password for my email address, okay. So I'll input my password for my own email address here. All right. So that is the password for my own email address. So just inside this put in your own password here. That's all you need to do. All right. So okay. So let's continue, guys. So then we have to come down here and say variable mail option now. Variable mail options. Okay, variable mail options. Okay, it should be equals to. Alright, variable mail option is equals to. Okay, we're gonna say from now. Where are you sending the sender now? So let's say the sender is hospital management system. Hospital. Let's just say HMS at gmail.com. Alright. Okay. Then we're gonna say the email to. We're gonna set it to email. That is, don't forget we've already saved our request.body here, so we are sending it to the email address the user used to register. So okay. So now let's come down here and say the subject. What is the subject of the email? Subjects. The subject of the email is email verification. All right, email verification. Okay, that's the subject. Then we have the HTML now. That is the message to send. Don't forget we've saved it inside our output. All right, so we have output here. So that is the message it's going to display. Okay, so let's come down here and say transporter now. Okay, transporter dot send mail. Transporter dot send mail. Okay, so you're gonna say mail options. Then we have let me bring it down. Then we have function. So here is the error. In case there's an error, then we have info here. Let's pass this here. Okay, so then we're gonna say if there is error. For example, if there is an error in sending our email, we want to return. All right, return console.log error. All right, console.log error. Okay, so then we need to console the info now. Let's console.log info for us to be able to know that our message is sent. Console.log info. All right, so then we need to come down here and say that response.send. That is the response we are going to receive once the user click sign up. So we're gonna want to respond to it as we want to tell the user, go and check your email address, for verification, for token, for token to verify. All right, so that is all we need to do. Then we need to come down here and export the router. I'm gonna say module dot exports. All right, dot exports is equals to router. All right, guys, I believe you are following me anyway. So okay, so what we are trying to do since is that we are trying to create the sign-up functions, and so we want to make sure that anytime the user click the sign up, we want to send a verification message to the user's email address. So what we'll be trying to do since is that I'll be using Nodemailer to to create the response, and as well I try to to use my password here as well. So that is what I'm trying to do. I mean, my Gmail username, my password. So this is mail options from hmsgm.com to which particular email address. So email verification. So that's all what I'm trying to do here as well. So now let's check if everything is working fine. So we are going to need a Postma. I forgot to mention that in my last video. So just go to Google and type Postma and download Postma, because with this help of Postma is going to help us to check if everything is working fine. So since we've not been able, I'm getting error already. Let me see. I'm getting error saying check is not defined. Let's see where that error is coming from. I think that's a typographical error. My spelling check is not correct. So let me save that now. So we are going to use, as I was saying the other time, we're going to use Postma to check if everything is working fine, since we've not been able to we've not yet have created our the client side, that is the front end. We've not done the front end, so we are going to Postman is going to help us to check if everything is working fine. So let's head on to Postman. So just go to Google, download Postman. It's free, so download Postman. So this is what you're going to see. So what you're going to do now is that once you get to Postman, come here. We need to change, since we want to send to our database. So that's what we want to do now. Don't forget, I said the other time, if you want to retrieve, you use get, but we want to post. So you come here to post. So this is our HTTPS local host. So this is the API we want to post to now. Are you getting it now? So just come down here, you click on body. So once you click on body, you click on this raw. So this is the username I want to send into my database. Username, the username I want to send. The email, this is the email I want to send as well. So password, so this is my password. So the verify, not verify. Are you getting it now? So these are various things I want to send to my database. So let's see if everything is working fine. So if everything is working fine, we should be able to get response. So let me click on send now. So let's see if we are going to get a response. All right, so we are getting an error. Okay, so error is not defined. Where is that in our sign up? Okay, let me check my console. So error is not defined. Sign up JS 19. Let's go and check that out. Sign up JS 19. It said error is not defined. It should be errors. Sorry, I need to add s here. So let me save. Okay, let me go back again to cross check if everything is working fine. So let's head on to our Postman. Okay, let's head on to our Postman. So let me click on sign up again, so and see if we are going to get a response. Okay, it's sending request now. So let's see if everything is working fine. We should be able to get a response saying okay. It's saying there must be an error. Let me check again. Okay, it's because it's still compiling. Okay, so hold on, let me try again and send this time around. Alright, so I'm still getting an error. We are not still getting the response I need to get. Let me check my console and see what is happening. Oh, I'm getting a bunch of errors. Okay, unknown column email. Oh my god. So where is that? I think it's inside the DB controller. Inside the DB controller. Alright, so let me check DB controller. So okay, saying it's not getting email. Let me check again. Note, okay, for the person, true error, unknown column, email in where close. Okay, where is the error coming from? Should be able to tell us where the error is coming from. Okay guys, I'm going to pause this video and figure where this issue is coming from. Okay guys, the reason why we are getting that error the other time is because I need to come here to make some corrections. You know, the other time I was using $sign with a coil bracket and put this email there. So just change it and do the same thing that I did here. As you can see now, I removed the $sign and I use these colons here. So just you to kindly do the same thing. I'm very sorry for that. I mean, very, very sorry. So you can do the same thing to here as well. As you can see here, what I did was that I removed those $signs and I use this plus sign to concatenate this like this email, this password by status here. So just do the same thing so to avoid that error. So I do the same thing here as well. So don't forget that, please. So now let's head on to our let's move into our Postman to check if everything is working fine once again. So don't forget your username, your email, your password, your verify, and the body here. So we are sending a message to this API here. So let me click on send, and let's see if we are going to get any meaningful response. So it's sending our request now. As you can see now, check your email for token to verify. So it's working perfectly well. It's working perfectly well. Check your emails to verify. So if I go into my what's it called now? If I go into my console here, I'm getting saying error, refused SMT. Okay, all right, the host name HTTP. All right, so okay, in my next video anyway, because if I check my email now, I'm not going to get that message because I'm getting an error message. Okay, I think that this is because I'm not connected to internet. Oh yeah, that is why. So let me connect to internet now. I'm not connected to internet. That's why I'm getting this error. Okay, so let me connect to internet and go and try it again. So that's why I'm getting this error. Make sure you are connected to internet. So let me go back to Postman and let me send again. All right, so let me send again. It's because I'm not connected to internet, so I should be able to get a better response now. Should be able to get a better response. Okay, check your email for token to verify. So let me come back here. All right, I'm getting an error message saying username and password not accepted, and I think the reason is because something is wrong with my username. The username is either the username or the password is not correct. So guys, I'm going to solve this issue. This video is getting too long. So I have to stop here. So what we've been able to do today is that we've been able to send our information to our database. So if you check our database, you are going to see let me go back to my browser and let's go back into my database. So you are going to see that email that I use now. So this is my database. Okay, so let me go back into my database and show you guys inside users. That's the table. So you'll be able to see the email and password that I saved into my database. Okay, is not also in my database. Okay, something is wrong. So the what I saved the other time is not also in my database, the email, the password. So I'm going to get the solutions to it. So I'm going to stop the video now. So in my next video, my next tutorial, I'm going to provide solutions to it. The reason why it's not saving inside my database, we are going to sort that out as well. So thank you guys for taking your time to watch. I'm sorry for this long video. I'm very sorry. I don't like making too long videos. I don't really like it because I discovered that if your video is too long, it gets your viewer too boring, and but I just love to make my videos short. So I'm very sorry for this long video. So we are going to solve. Don't worry, relax yourself. In my next video, we are going to get solutions to why our data is not saving in our database. I know the error is coming from somewhere. We are going to figure that out. So thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. I'm still your host. I'm still your friend, Steven. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you have any question, kindly drop your question to the comment section. See you in my next video. Thank you so much.